Scene from an all-night diner. Through twin glass doors, past the counter with vinyl seats that spin on pedestals of chrome, past the mirrored case of slowly rotating cakes, they sit at the same booth at which they've sat across from each other for years, eating the same dinner, the one they always pick from the stained menu with pictures of meals that never seem to match what's brought from the kitchen. 2 meatloaf specials, 2 iced teas for dinner, 1 rice pudding, 1 chocolate, dessert to go, to enjoy later. A familiar tableau, a lover's ritual repeated devoutly since the day they met so long ago, when they'd moan yes and then yes to knowing looks across a sweat-stained mattress. Now, after years of blissful marriage, after children come and gone, after heart attack and stroke, tonight it's no! No, no, no! He yells no to a blank stare across the table. She picks at the meal on her plate with her fingers, then brings a handful of mashed potatoes to her mouth. He knocks it from her hand, wipes it clean. He gives her a fork. Use a fork, he says. A fork! And then remembers. Changes mood. Softens. He takes her hand. Remember, he asks. He reaches his fork across the table, offers a tiny morsel from his plate. Remember? He sighs, I love you. I love you. He says, I love you, to the blank stare. It goes on like this all through dinner, a frustrating present colliding with a yearned-over past, over and over. They eat. They finish. She stares at the table. They wait for dessert. He watches her carefully at first. He gets impatient. Then, just for a second, he turns to look for the waitress. Just for a second or two. A second or two couldn't hurt. He notices a young couple at a booth next to a window. They're holding hands. They're holding a conversation. The woman feeds her partner, who reacts with exaggerated ecstasy. They both laugh, all without breaking their gaze. When he turns back, she's gone. He panics. For a moment, he's lost her. It was just a second or two, wasn't it? Where did she go? The people in the next booth point. He follows their fingers to the carousel of cakes, where she stares transfixed by the motion of the baked goods. He sighs. He laughs. He shrugs. I guess it's time to go, he says. He reaches in his pocket and removes exact change, which he drops between the plates. Don't move, he yells, as he negotiates his way past booths and tables to join her. Stay put! Their waitress rushes to them, carrying dessert in 2 small brown bags. He takes them, shows them to her, and says, For later, he says. To enjoy later.